I've been living here for 8 years. My boyfriend are together for now nearly 4 years. I'm living together for a year and a half now. Okay, my best lift would be definitely the deadlift. Absolutely, for me it's kind of a natural movement. So the best so far is 165, and I'm aiming to break the world champion in my category, which is 90k plus. So the world champion now is 210 kilos. So I give myself 1 year to achieve that. Then I have the bench press. The bench press is 65 kilos, but I'm aiming next year for 90 kilos. And then the squats. Squats, so far it wouldn't be the best, but it's going to get there. The best I've done in squat is 105, and next year I would love to achieve 150. So far I have the world champion title that I got in Glasgow in the 90 kilos plus category. I also, when I started anyway, it was the national championship in deadlift in my category. I won as well, and I did the CIT core in 90 kilos plus, and I won as well. It was national championship. Usually what I do very little cardio. It's mainly weight training. So the way it works, I have 2 sessions, 1 or 2 sessions heavy lift, which will be a set of 5, where I try to go for maximum lift, and then I do sessions with weight and speed. I work more the technique, and I try to increase my stamina. So I could go from sets to 8 to sets to 10. And then I try to do some cardio, but it's more high intensity cardio. I don't want to be spending 1 hour on the treadmill. That's for me, it's nonsense. I try to do high intensity on the cross trainer, and then on the rowing machine. I don't train too much because of my knees as well. Technically, I've done weight training for 10 years, but specifically for the powerlifting, only 4 months. I started in August. That was my first competition ever. The reason why I went into powerlifting is because my personal trainer that I've been with now since 2010, 2 years ago told me, he said, Arlette, look, you're very strong, why don't you try to do powerlifting? And at the time I was like, I don't think I can do it, I don't have the confidence, I don't think I look like an athlete. So what happened this year, I turned 38 years old, and I told myself, before I'm 40, I have to achieve something, so I'm going to give it a go in powerlifting. So I don't have a training partners, but I wish I had, because when you have a training partner, first of all, it has to be someone who is better than me, so that he's going to have he or she is going to have a lift that I want to achieve, so that we can push each other. And whenever I feel down, the person can really push me. I think having a training partner that's very good is going to make me go to the next level. I think what really comes to powerlifting, first of all, powerlifting is not very popular, but what I like, it's all about strength. And it's all about technique as well. And I love the atmosphere in the powerlifting, everybody root for each other, so I like it very much. It's amateur sport, there is no money in it, so it's really kids. People who are doing powerlifting are very passionate about it, so that's what attracts me the most in it. So, biggest mistake for me anyway, when I begin, is first I was overtraining too much the week before the competition itself, so that made me tired. Second, I'm trying to compare myself to other girls, because most of the girls in powerlifting will be in 60 kilos, minus 55 kilos, they will be half my body weight, and that was making me feel uncomfortable about myself. And once I passed that, I went to the next level, and I felt much more comfortable as a person and as a powerlifter. I think it's consistency and having a realistic goal. I think, for instance, for myself, I give myself a goal of 5 kilos increase on the deadlift, 2.5 kilos on the bench, and then 2.5 kilos on the squat. It's very realistic. I've been doing that this August, and I've been increasing my weights each month. I think in champion, it's in your mind. I think before you do the lift, you have to believe you can do the lift and take some risk, because it's easy to stay in your comfort zone and do the stuff that makes you feel comfortable. You have to get outside your comfort zone, and you have to believe you're a champion already. So in weight training, that definitely will be to get the world champion title after 3 months and a half in powerlifting. And then the personal achievement, the fact that I've been living here for 8 years, and going into living in different countries is not always easy, but I've adapted, and I love, I nearly feel Irish now. I would say, first, that was because I wanted to lose weight. That was my main motivation, and as well because the training made me feel good mentally. I feel stronger mentally. and as well it's a really part of my routine in my life. That's the thing I like to do the most. It's something I'm very passionate about.
What is your favorite lift?
The deadlift. Always, because what I say for the deadlift is, I feel like it's a natural movement, you know, it's like you're picking up something. The squat, I find it technically more difficult, but the deadlift comes to me naturally. When I see a girl that lifts more than me, that's always going to be a motivation to beat that person. So I like to have someone actually that lifts more than me, because that gives me something to shoot for, and it shows me, you know what, it's possible, so just work harder and you get there. I would say self-doubt, because I always tend to, sometimes I lose self-confidence and I self-doubt myself. I'm like, Arlette, are you sure you can do that? Maybe you're over your head, you know, maybe you should, maybe first lose weight before you do this, and I think that plays against me. I always have to overcome my lack of confidence. So when I'm good, I try to stay off carbs. It's mainly protein, fiber, a lot of veggies. When I'm bad and I start to incorporate carbohydrates, the starch carbohydrates, such like pasta or potatoes, then I go wrong. Unfortunately, the diet is like, they always say it's like 80% for the result. So, but in my case, yeah, I realize the better I eat, the better I feel, the fitter I am, and the more result I get. So it kind of goes all together. So it plays a big part as much as the training. I love oxtail. I mean, I could live on oxtail all day, all year, and I can not eat anything. Actually, doesn't bother me. I'm a big meat eater. I would say the Brussels, you know, this green thing, vegetable, Brussels sprout. I think this is the worst thing ever. I was forced to eat it when I was 8 years old, and since then I'm traumatized. I hate it. So I train in two different gyms. I would train mainly in Abundance, in Saint-Fort. And then also I have a personal trainer in LA Fitness, so it's 2 different locations. And I love to work out before going to my job. So I usually work out around 7:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, because I love to have it done first thing in the morning. But my training is like, it's like everything. It's like such a big part of my life, you know. My girlfriend is always amazed that I wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, I have my bag ready. So it's such, to me, without training there is no result. Without hard work, I'm not going to go anywhere. So I'm always going to be very focused and always going to put a lot of hard work in the training, because if I don't do that, I'm not going to achieve my goals. I like upbeat music, because so that it gives me a nice boost. So I like techno music, kind of music you hear in the discotheque, because it really keeps me going. I don't like slow music in the gym. That's not for me. For instance, it's very important for me, because at work, I always call my office a candy store. There are candies all the time. And I always try to avoid it, because I feel like since I've been looking after my diet and training all together, I'm more focused even at work, and at work I've performed much better as well. You know, I'm getting very nice recognition at work, and the colleagues around me as well are starting to pay attention to what they eat, and they start as well to be more active, because they saw the result on myself, on my mind, and how disciplined I can be. But the main thing for me is not to eat any of the biscuits and candies and chocolates that go around in the office. I would say, yeah, to watch the nutrition and to go for protein. Protein is the best friend to build up muscle, and then go for weight training, and not to be scared of the weight, because there is so much, I think, wrong information in the media and in the magazines. So just be realistic with the weights, don't go too heavy first, and yeah, I would say protein and realistic goals and weight training. People walking around not really training, or some guys usually they take a hold of a training machine that I have to wait for it, and they just went around and not doing much. Just they take a hold of the machine, I have to wait for them just to be around, and they don't even train seriously. So that really knows me. I'm like, when you're in the gym, be in the gym and sweat or work hard, because that's what I do all the time. When I see people that are there just because they want to look good and they spend more time chatting and look at them in the mirror, that doesn't tell me that I hate it. Okay, I'm going to say something corny, but I would say 6 months ago, I watched the video from Arnold Schwarzenegger about the 6 rules of success. And one of the things that he said that really stuck out for me is like, first of all, trust yourself. And second of all, don't listen to the people that are negative. And it's true because when I started into powerlifting, I had some negative comments like about my performance and about my shape, and I didn't listen to it. Some people didn't think I could even go to the World Championship, and I did it. So for me, that video really did it for me. And the main thing that I try to remember is to have confidence in myself. And no matter what people say, just go for what I'm passionate about. No, it's true, and I think if I talk about myself, I have tendency sometimes to overtrain because I love it so much, and it's hard to step back and take some rest. Tell myself, Arlette, you don't train for a week, it's really hard because I'm addicted to training, and yeah, overtraining is definitely true. I think a lot of us tend to do it. I would say my first pair of squat shoes, because for 2 years I've only had to have a pair of squat shoes, and since I bought them I'm very proud because it took me a while to buy them, and they're great. They make a difference in my technique. Perfect day is when I wake up in the morning, when I feel positive, I have only positive thoughts. I don't try to think about what went wrong before or what's going to go wrong. And then when I go training in the gym, I have a great training session, I sweat like hell, and I've achieved my goal. And then at work, everything goes well. I don't let little things annoy me, and I just stay positive and stay above that. And then when I don't have as well an argument with my boyfriend, we get along, and yeah, that's a perfect day for me. I would say trust yourself.